Sure, bud. Come on out. Try to line this line up. If you draw a line from heel to tip, this would be parallel to that. All right, it's ready to go. All right, I am a little, right at 20 degrees. Take it down just a little bit, a little finer angle than 20, probably 18. Because once I get it really fine, then I'll give it a micro bevel with the 800 3000 grit water stones. So even pressure, heel to tip. Yeah, right on. Heel to tip.
Cool.
Okay.
It's cool that your knife blocks all the water.
You're tempted as you go across to swivel like this, but then you'll change the angle. You'll have a finer angle on the tip, and you won't have an even bevel all the way across. So rather than swiveling, when you get to the end, lift your handle up until only your tip is touching, and then stop. And always stop short of your tip, otherwise you'll grind the tip off.
Who are you talking to?
Camera, bud.
The camera's not a person.
That's true.
Camera doesn't hear you because he's not a person.
Yeah. Not yet. And I'm gonna keep doing this until I can feel a raised burr all the way along the edge from heel to tip. Your heel generally is the hardest thing to raise the burr on. So I give it a little extra pressure or a little extra time.
And if the water is on, God,
Oh,
get the water.
Need more water. This stone is thirsty. There we go. Okay, bud, don't touch it. Don't bump my arm, buddy. It's always fun to sharpen when you have a curious little boy hanging out with you. So there is a burr that runs along. You can see it at the tip. You can see it all the way along, right on the edge, that light colored section. Maybe, I don't know if you can see it in camera, but kind of stops right around there. So we still have to get that heel. It's always the hardest to get.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're just about there. I definitely have a burr back in here now, where I didn't before. So now just some light passes to refine the burr and make it really slight. So you can just barely tell it's there. Okay, one more, real light pass. Okay, that's it. That's it.
And that's how you do
Okay,
it.
so what we did there was we developed a burr all along the edge, and then we refined it to where it's just barely can tell it's there. Now, what you could do, if this was a pocket knife,
If you were talking to a camera.
hang on, but let me tell the
I
camera.
hear you.
What we could do is just drop it on this. Just run it along this way, and run it on that way, and that'll remove the burr, and it'll be plenty sharp for most. It'll be plenty sharp for most things
It's
just
sure
by
how you
stropping it.
sharp it.
That's right.
Hey,
But
Daddy,
we're gonna get it kitchen
you
knife
can't talk
sharp.
to the camera. The
So now we're gonna
camera's
go.
on a person. I can't hear you.
Okay, bud. Now we're gonna go to the whetstones. So this is a splash and go water stone. You just wet it and it's ready to go. It's already flat. Now we've refined the burr, but the burr is still there. I can see it. We're just gonna use this stone to make it a little sharper. A little more refined. Whoops, stuff in my way there. Check it out. Okay. All right. Kind of hard with the camera in the way, but this will work. I'm just really lightly going over it. Can you see that? Yep, okay, good. Now I'm gonna go back and forth for a little while till the edge is refined a bit. And then we're gonna move up to 3000 grit. Oh, little something on there. Okay, try again. There we go. So, one of the tricks that I learned online is to lock your wrists so you can maintain that same angle the whole time. Okay, it's working. All right, now we're just gonna switch a little more frequently. Make sure that burr is as tiny as it can be. We just do some couple strokes backwards. Edge trailing strokes. Okay. That's good since we're moving up to 3000 grit next. All right, so now we wipe off all that 800 grit off of there so we don't cross-contaminate our stones. Now we're ready to refine it on the 3000. I'm going so light. And my angle is a little steeper than the last one, because remember when we sharpened it on the wheel, we had an 18 degree, so now I'm up to like 20, maybe a little higher than 20 even, because my family still isn't very easy on the knives, and they tend to bump into some silverware here and there. which I can't not believe my son hasn't come busting out here. This is amazing. All right. I just gotta make sure that burr is not on there anymore. We'll go back and forth. 2, 1, 2, other side. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now, a trick I learned online, of course, is to run your edge over end grain of wood to get the burr off. Oops. Okay. And then do 1 or 2 more just to help refine the root of the burr where it was. Really, really light strokes. Barely even touching it. All right. Ooh, feels pretty good. Alrighty. All right, now we're ready to test it out on a piece of paper. Is it sharp? Oh yes, it's sharp. That'll work. Yeah. All right, I hope my wife don't cut herself on this. So one last little test because I can't control myself. Yep, that's pretty good. Guess I better wash this before we cut any food with it. Thanks for watching.